In 2022, it's not necessary that if you are making a development project, maybe an app or a website, you need to code everything from the scratch. Or let's take another example. If you are a startup owner, you have a great idea in your mind, you don't actually need to hire developers for creating at least an MVP or a prototype for your project or the idea, right? So hey there, this is Akshit Madan. Welcome back to a new video. And in this video, we are going to explore this no code platform for making applications or web applications using Flutter. So this is called FlutterFlow. I have already created many videos on FlutterFlow. You can check the complete playlist out. I have cloned Instagram UI, WhatsApp UI, then how to push your code from FlutterFlow to GitHub. Everything I have done, you can check the playlist out, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a fully fledged database application. Like this application will not just be an UI as I did in my previous tutorials. This application will be connected to the database. It will be fetching data from there. It will be updating the database. It will be deleting, retrieving, everything. So all the CRUD operations will be done. So you know that for creating a CRUD application, the best example is to-do. So we are going to use a template which is there in this FlutterFlow. The to-do application, we are going to connect it to the Firebase, or it is already connected, right? I'm going to show you how easy it is to work with the templates. And I'm also going to show you how you can draw small components so that if you are a developer also, you know how to code. Then also you don't need to code everything from the scratch. You can just drag and drop some elements over here, design them over here by using the right panel where all the menu buttons are all there, everything is there, and you will get the code and you can paste that code in your actual project and you can work with it, so that you don't need to do all the redundant tasks. You don't need to work with the UI, designing, shadows and all that. Everything can be done using this no code platform, right? So let's sign in and let's see what are the templates. And you know that many of you know that I also own a freelancing agency called GrowMonks, where we develop apps, websites and UI UX designing. There also you can see that we use FlutterFlow a lot, so that so basically help the companies or startup owners or individuals to work on their MVP or a prototype. For this we use FlutterFlow a lot, right? So you can see that it is getting used in the industrial based projects also, right? So yeah, so let's go to the dashboard and let me create a new application. And you can see that there are many templates over there. So I'm going to use this one, yeah, to-do application template. And if you want me to just code everything from the scratch, then you can see my Instagram or WhatsApp UI videos. There I have done all the components, designing everything from the scratch, right? So you can watch that out. So yeah, let's take this template where it is containing 10 screens. It is connected to the Firebase and it is also having the authentication. So let's create, or let's use this template. So I need to give a name to my application. So I'm going to name my application as Doodoo. So let me use this sample template. And so from here you will also see that how easy it is to connect to the Firebase, your application, right? So that you can also connect your application which you have built from the scratch to the Firebase by your own. So you can see that I've given a project name, and you can see the package name will be com.flutterflow.doodoo. You can also change this package name, right? You can use your company name also. So you can see that it is set up Firebase. Yes, you can automatically set up your Firebase. So I'm going to click on next step. So I need to give the project ID. So what I'll do is I'll go on Firebase, create a new application and get the Firebase ID from there, so that it can be like you know that it will be able to communicate with the Firebase project, which I'm going to add right now. So let me choose application. So I'll choose a Google account, and now I'm going to click on get started. I'll create a new project on Firebase. So create a new project and let me name it as Doodoo. And I accept, I confirm, click on continue and click continue, and yes, so everything will be done. So let's wait. So till then, let's see this thing. Yeah, it is waiting for the project ID. So let's add the project ID now. Let's click on continue. Then it will be set up, and let's take the project ID from here. So go to project settings, and this is your project ID. So let me just Control C, and over here let me Control V and click on connect. So it will be connected. So FlutterFlow does not have access to this Firebase project. Please add Firebase as an editor to this project. Okay. So what I'll do is Firebase at flutterflow.io. Okay. Firebase at flutterflow.io. I'll go on users and permissions, and I'll click on add a member. Firebase at flutterflow.io. I'll make it a editor and click on done, add member. So this will be added. Now I'm going to get back to my FlutterFlow and click on connect again. Yes, so it is connected. So Firebase project ID, auto generate config files. Yes, and this will be generate files. So it is going to connect all your configuration files like Google services.json or info.plist, all those files, right? So let's wait, and then we will click on done. It will be connected. So now you can work on your UI part, and you know that we have taken a template. So already the connections will be made, schema will be there, and you just need to change the schema if you want. So let's go to, yes, let's click on next step, Firebase indexes. So let's click on deploy, and let's wait and complete the other necessary steps below. Okay, yeah, so I think this is done. Not deployed Firebase indexes prerequisites. Let's see, because I'm also doing this for the first time. That's why I wanted to record it, all the errors that I'm getting. So that's why I'm doing it in front of you only. So configure, add Firebase to an existing project, create your Firebase project. This we have done. Enable access to your project. This we have also done. We have added FlutterFlow as the editor. Configure your Firestore database. Okay. From the Firebase dashboard of your project, navigate to the far left menu, select Firebase database, and then select create a database. Okay, so what I'll need to do is I'll go to project overview, then I'll go to this thing, build, click on Firebase database, and I need to set up my Firebase database. Yeah, or you can say Cloud Firestore. So I'll go to production mode, click on next, click enable, and let's wait. So you can see that this is done. Now you also know that we need to change the rules so that like authentication should not have problems. So for now I'm going to do it true, but make sure that before making it production ready or before making it public on App Store or Play Store, please change the Firestore rules according to you, right? So I'm going to get back to my data. I also need to set up my authentication so that FlutterFlow can communicate or authenticate the users, which will be authenticated using the FlutterFlow UI. So I'm going to set up email and password. I'll click on enable, click on save. So this will also be done. So now we can get back to our FlutterFlow and click on deploy. And let's see if we are not getting any errors. Let's hope. Yeah, it is deployed. So you know that what was the error. So that's why I did not want to just skip all the errors and just show you the good part. That's why I'm doing it in front of you for the first time, right? So that you can also see the errors which you may get. So yeah, so our Firebase is connected. You can click on this inside the connect tab. You can see this Firestore tab, and you can see that for the authentication for the users, we are having two collections, users and to-do list. So over here in the users, a collection will be made in my Firebase in the Firestore database, and all the users information will be stored over here. So let's close all the tabs. Yes. So you can see in the users, password, full name, UID, email, display name, created time, phone number, photo URL, all will be saved, right? In the users collection. In the same way, in the Firestore database, over here only, you will be able to see to-do list. So the users to-dos will be added over here with the date, name, description, and state, like whether it is completed or not, right? So this is a very basic schema, and you can also add your own fields. Let's say you want to add an image also in a to-do. Let's say you want to add a priority. Let's say if the task is high priority, medium priority, or low priority, you can add it over here, right? So you just need to change some UI and it will be done. So let's see what was there. Yeah, what is this? Enable full text search on Cloud Firestore. Okay, so this is just an advertisement for Algolia. Yeah, this is done. And so let's go to our UI and let's see which all UI pages we are having. So this is the splash screen, register and login. In the login page, we are having email and password. In the register, we are having this full name, email, password, okay, confirm password, then my task. So all these will be fetched using stream builders or list view.builders. We will see the code soon, and fetching will be taken from the Cloud Firestore, and all the tasks will be shown on the screen. Completed tasks, over here all the completed tasks will be shown, which will mark as done. Then task details, so name, then when it is due, then mark as complete, all that will be done. Then my profile, amazing, everything is over here. Now let's check all the errors. So in this bug button, so you can see this is a issues button. You can check which all issues are there. So let's see, there are 3 issues. Let's solve them out. Default date time set in date picker action is not properly set. So let's go over there. So we need to set this. So action 1, date time picker type is date plus time, and value source will be from a specific value or from a variable. Okay, I need to just get into that. So let's, for now, for testing purpose, let's select specific value, and okay, the error is gone basically. So let's close this, and no, error is not gone. So let's go again. I think we did not save it. Yes, so what you need to do is in the value source, select from a variable, then the source, select widget state, and in the available option, select date picked. So there is a variable called date picked, or it may be there, and you can select that date picked option. So whatever data is there in the date picked, it will be stored on your date time, right? So we have resolved two. Okay, we have resolved one error. We need to do the same thing for other two also. So date time will be date plus time, then value source is from a variable, and source will be widget state, and let's select date picked, and let's close it. Again, let's solve this one, and we are ready to go. Date plus time, value source from a variable, widget state, and let's pick this and close. So all the errors are resolved. Now let's build it and let's see what we get actually. So let's click on this run button and let's see. Yeah, again I'll recommend that if you want me to code the UI part from the scratch, you can watch my Instagram and WhatsApp UI cloning videos, right? I have done it in the FlutterFlow. Every video is there in the playlist, and you can also check my playlist where I pushed all this code on a GitHub repository so that you can download it, you can do anything you want to do, right? So you can check the complete playlist out. So let's see what we get over here. We have clicked the run button. Yeah, it is currently building, so let's wait. So till it is building, let's explore some more features. So from here you can see that now a device is not visible. So if I'll just click on this, you can see an emulator, like a border is there, right? And what is this? So yeah, so you can check that if your widget is not getting overflowed using keyboard popping, right? So you can check this out. So this is also good, and let's see. So from here you will get all the keyboard shortcuts for cutting, pasting, wrapping, and all that. These are the keyboard shortcuts. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can also change the device. You can check in the iPad. You can check in a monitor like MacBook. So how it is going to look, because Flutter allows you to code for mobile, Android, like iOS, then web, desktop, anything, right? So that's why you can check all the emulators out so that you can check everything, whether your design is working for each and every dimension, right? Now let's go to this project settings. So this is a project settings button, and from here you can check all the UI stuff you can manage. So whether a light theme mode you want, dark theme mode, right? So let's click on this so that now you can see you can manage the light theme colors, you can manage the dark theme colors, right? And this is perfect, right? You can just manage all the colors, you can change the colors, and everything you will get in your code, right? And you can also change the text style. So let's say you did not you don't like this text style or font family, you can take any other font family and it will be applied to all the text, right? You don't need to do separately. So let's say I like this work sans font. So all the title one, that means all the biggest titles, 34 size font size, will be changed to work sans. So now you can change the font family of every text and it will be applied to all the text. Now you can also add your custom fonts, you can add your custom icons. Then this is the navbar, app bar. You can manage their colors, their look, everything. You want a floating action bar, floating navbar, you want a fixed navbar, everything you can change it. So you can see we are having 3 bars. Google navbar looks like this, then floating navbar looks like this, and normal Flutter, you know already how it looks, right? Then app assets, you can add your own splash screen, you can add your launcher icons, everything you can manage. Yeah, just make sure that you check out this project settings area before downloading the code, so that you don't need to download it again and again. Because if you are making it an MVP, if you are making an MVP or a prototype for your startup idea or any other project, college-based project, then make sure that you do everything before only, because downloading again and again will be mess, right? And yes, for downloading the code, you need to have the premium version of FlutterFlow, and you can check the pricing out. I've already talked about this in my first video, that is reviewing FlutterFlow, right? You can check, you can also see that you can also connect your payment gateways like Stripe, then Braintree, in-app purchases, then Revenue Chat and all that, GitHub, Algolia, everything is over there, right? So I think that if you have purchased the basic version of FlutterFlow, you can easily create a prototype, MVP, college-based project, or a startup idea also. Yeah, this is easy, right? Now let's see if our build is ready. Let's wait. Yeah, our build is ready. So let's see what we get. Yes. So now let's click on this register button, and let me click on this full name. Okay, so there is some error. You can clear this out. So let me add my full name, email address, and password. Let's write the password, create account, and let's see what we get. Okay, I'm inside and I can see that nothing is over here. Let's click on this plus. Task name, let's say drink water. Details, like let's say 5 to 8 glasses. And what is this? Okay, you can take the date today, and let's say till night 8:32 p.m. I have to complete this task, and let's click on create task. And okay, so this is added over here. Now let's check out our database and let's refresh it, and let's see if it is added over here. It will be amazing. Yeah, so this is added. It is amazing. You can check that date, time, description, everything is added, users are added, and my email is there. In the authentication also, you will be able to see that akmadan1717@gmail.com is authenticated. Amazing. So you can see that if you just want to create a to-do application, it's ready. It's perfectly ready for publishing on Play Store and App Store, right? Just make sure that you download it once, run it on Android and iOS, even for the web, and then you can make it public on Play Store or App Store. Amazing. So this is good. So now you can see the profile section also. Now what I want is I'm going to show you how you can create your own widget and connect it to the Firebase. So you can see that when I'm clicking this add a new task, I want to add my custom field, and there I want to put priority. So high priority, low priority, or medium priority. So let's go to this UI, and over here only. Now to add my own text field, I'm going to just use this text field. So I'm going to Control C, Control V. So I'm having one more text field. Okay, it is not getting pasted. So let's try to copy it from here. So right click on this text field and Control C, Control V. Copied the widget, but I'm not able to see it. Okay, now it is done. So just Control C, and wherever you want to paste it, just left mouse click over there, and then you can hit Control V. It will be pasted, right? But this row should be below this text field. Now, first of all, let's change the text of this text field. It should not be details. It should be priority, right? So initial value, yes, label text should be priority, and hint text should be enter priority. I'm not using this drop down button for now. You can just explore the widgets and you can add your own drop down button, so that you don't need to write high, low, medium. You can just choose from drop down list, high, medium, or low, right? But that's your homework. So priority. So this is done. And now our main focus is to make it up, push it up, and then change the connecting backend, like which field and all that, to the Firebase, to the Firestore, to be more precise. So now let's see how we can take this row below this text field, right? So I'm having this container and I'm having this row. Yes, so I want this row should be below this text field. Okay, it's done. So just need to drag it, right? Now for connecting it, we need to first of all create a field, right? So go to this Firestore button, and in the to do schema, we need to add a field. So let's add a field and let's call it to do priority. And data type will be a string type, and field type will be single element, not a list. So this we have added the field, right? Now what we need to do is I'm going to add so you can see this create task is going to create the data, right? It is going to add, update, or you can say update the collection. So click on it and click on this button. You can see this is for the UI, this is for the UI properties, and this is for the backend stuff like connecting actions. So what this function or what this button is going to do, right? So click on this edit, and you can see that it is having these three fields. So I'm going to add a field. So to do state is added. Now I'm going to add a field. To do priority is added, right? So if I just click on this thing, it is having to do priority. It is having some specific value from a variable. It should be, I think, yes, from a variable. Then source will be a widget state, and default value available options is task name, yes, priority, yes. So the fourth text field, and default value will be I'm going to, like, if someone is not adding the priority, then I'm going to give it low priority, right? So it will be low. And yes, so this is all done. So I think it is auto saving, and let's close this out. Okay, so I think it should be added now. So let's again build it, and let's see if my priority is getting updated on my Firestore collection. So let's build it, and I'm going to close this one. Let's wait and let's see if it works perfectly. So here I can see that it is built, and I'm not able to see. Okay, so there is some error. I think I am on dark theme. That's why I'm not able to see this icon. So you need to also check that all the colors are perfectly set. And I'm going to click on my task and click on this add a task, and task name will be eat an apple, let's say. eat an apple. Details will be, let's say, 2 apples a day, and this is for the date, so let's say today by 6:49, and let's click on done. So date is also set. Priority, I'm going to keep it high priority, so this task is on high priority. Click on create task and let's see. So eat an apple is done, and let's go to our Firestore. Let's hit refresh, and I am expecting the priority to be high on my Firestore database document. So to-do list, this is my second document, and yes, so to-do priority is high. Perfect, right? Perfect. So this means that your changes are also working perfectly. And now let's see the code. So now I hope that you can work with the UI. You can change the colors. Let's say you are not liking this green or teal color everywhere. So what you can do is just go on this setting page, click on theme, and you can change the primary color from here. You can also change the secondary color from here. You can keep this orange, and from everywhere this color will be gone, and you will be able to see the orange color. But you need to manage it perfectly so that it is not creating any issue, because you can see that, okay, so all the primary colors are changed, but you can see this is an image, I think, or this is something. Yeah, this is an background image. It is coming from the asset. This means you cannot change this color. You need to create your own image and put it over here, or from everywhere primary and secondary colors will be changed, right? So now let's click on this APK. So this APK is going to build an APK. So let's not click it. Let's see the code, because this is important, because obviously there will be some things that you need to do on your own if you are creating a production ready app. So you can just download this code if you are using the premium version, or you can either copy paste. This is for free, right? You don't need to pay anything for this. You can copy paste this code, and you can get the UI code at least for every screen, right? So that's why I was saying that even if you are a developer, even if you know Flutter coding, that's why still you can just drag and drop. You can create the UI element by dragging and dropping, and you can copy the UI code. Let's say this text form field. I like this text form field design, so you can just copy this text form field code, right? Is it that simple? So I hope that you like this video, and if you want me to create more such videos on FlutterFlow or anything else, you can put that in the comment section, and also write interested if you are liking my work, if you want me to make more videos, or if you are having any project, app project, web project, UI UX project, you can obviously reach to my freelancing agency, and we will be happy to help you out. So till next content, keep coding, keep innovating, and thanks a lot.